Hello, everyone. Please introduce. My name is Dr. Maulina SPD MPD, an assistant professor from Department of English Education, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Universitas Muhammadiyah Kendari. In this occasion, I would like to present my original research entitled Undergraduate Students Challenges and Strategies in Utilizing E-Learning Platforms in the Virtual Learning. The background of the study, the teaching and learning force to use educational platforms of e-learning platforms worldwide and especially in Indonesia university. One of the significant reasons why virtual learning is so familiar in practice is that they offer far more possible opportunities for students to practice verbal communication skills such as interpersonal communication, small group communication, and public communication. The e-learning platforms actually genuinely potential promise the process of learning, but the fact that these days there are only few studies explore students' requests for such platforms use and the consequences of learning challenges (LC) and learning strategies (LS) occurred in the technology use and interaction. There are three research questions in my study. The first one is what kind of e-learning platforms do undergraduate students favorably use in virtual learning during the health crisis era? The second one is, are there any challenges in learning using the e-platforms? And the third one is, what are the proposed strategies in overcoming such obstacles? The method of the study was the case study. The case studied were the LC, learning challenges, and LS, learning strategies faced using e-platforms in virtual learning during the health crisis era in tertiary education in the Sulawesi region, Indonesia. This study intended not to generalize the results of the study in the Indonesian higher education institutions. Since the number of participants 375, which the majority of participants were female 314, and the male was the 61 number of participants, taking from the way of taking samples of convenience sampling way, where all the 375 participants voluntarily agreed to fulfill the survey, the Google form, also the online forum group discussions, or I stay here, or FGD. Two mixtures of the Google form, also the OFGD. The mixture of the form of the Google form consisted of closed-ended questions and open-ended questionnaires. The closed-ended questions were about researching students' demographic backgrounds, while the closed-ended questions were the assessing or measuring the types of learning platforms, as learning challenges, also learning strategies they are facing in learning in the virtual learning. So to complete or to support the data gathered from the Google form, I also use, as I mentioned, OFGD to support and clarify the data obtained from the survey. All the data captured, categorized, interpreted, and described in the to find the result of the study. The findings, there are three main findings of my study. The first one is e-learning platforms use. Among the 26 kinds of e-learning platforms, there are six most common platforms used during the health crisis era. The first one is Zoom meeting, Google Meet, Google Classroom, WhatsApp, Schoology, and Edmodo. And the learning challenges in using the platform was consisted of two factors. First one is internal factors, resulting of four main aspects. The first one is error. They said that platforms are often slow in the process of sending tasks, and the second one is monotonous display. The material presented in the platform is sometimes monotonous and less attractive. And the third one is the factor of confusing features. They said that they are not familiar or quite familiar with the learning platform features. And the fourth one is wasteful internet plan. They say they often go in and out during the online meeting. That is why they consume actually a lot of internet data plan. In terms of the external factors here, the external factors, there are five aspects found. The first one, which is the majority problem, is that the internet connections or network connection. The second one is that the isolated area problem. The third one is the data plan or limited quota. And then the fourth one is time management and the overload task. The proposed strategies in facing in solving the challenges, there are five examples here in proposing the problems or in solving the problems. In terms of the internet connections, they try to look for a place that provide and is connected to the network. In terms of the data plan, they use the car data that has good network quality that supports and saves on data plan usage. Also, in terms of time management, they set the weekly schedule, so they manage or they make it into a more comprehensive way in the through the gadgets. And then in terms of the isolated area, they relearn the material and explore independently the platform's use features. And then that's why they get the internet connection in a high place. And in terms of the overload task, they close other application if they open two or more than one application in the same time. Then they try to focus on one more application. They use it as the main platforms to study, and so that they could learn, and the performance of the e-learn plus platform or application remains stable. The conclusion, there are three conclusions I could here take. The first one is that the study here shows that the undergraduate students in the Sulawesi region mostly use video conferencing in learning platforms like Zoom meeting, Google Meet to talk and share their routines and need ideas from homes to colleagues or to teachers, and most of the time learning context. The second one is that the undergraduate students actually found some limitations, some problems dealing with the use of the e-learning platforms that actually could slow down the interaction and cater to in advanced functionality, while also adding time limitation and frustration experienced by them. But then they come up with the propose some possible strategies like having more data plan, even though they were in a rural area, that they could actually manage their wait time, also adjust the situation so that they could get the informations, learn as usual, or learn from home like usual. So I guess that's all from the presentations I made today. I hope that everyone can catch the information I delivered today in the Asia TEFL 2022 conference. And I hope I could see you everyone anywhere, anytime, and we could collaborate and also share ideas, which is beneficial both for us and institution, also our country. Thank you so much. I'll see you around. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you so much.